Dear students, in previous classes we have to already learned that the point is situated in first quadrant. Today I am trying to explain with another topic, that is the point is situated in third quadrant. By the help of these two figures, I am trying to explain what is the exact position of the point with respect to observer point of view, with respect to horizontal and vertical plane, and trying to attempt its draw its answer. That means draw its projection. Here, first figure shows that the exact position of the or isometric or imagination of point which is situated in third quadrant. Here, point is marked here. That is, the point is situated in third quadrant, denoted by the letter capital letter Q, keeping the distance y distance from HP and x distance from BP. That means the point Q is y distance, value of y is given 50 mm and the value of x is given, that is 40 mm. That means our point Q is situated 50 mm below HP and 40 mm behind VP. According to observer point of view, first we have to try to draw its front view. If you have to draw its front view, we need a plane. That plane is vertical plane. First we have to draw a line diagram or draw a reference line. First we draw a reference line. Below the reference line we marked with a reference plane, that is called BP. If you have imagined the HP having a tendency to rotate in clockwise direction. If you imagine HP having a tendency to rotate in clockwise direction, then after projecting the plan on HP should rotate in clockwise direction. Then that time HP plane comes above the XY line. Now first we have to draw its front view on its corresponding plane BP. For drawing its front view, if you imagine the point is bounded on a string, keeping the distance y from the HP and gradually reduce the x distance. Finally, that point with the string touch the vertical plane here. That means that point is 50 mm below the XY line. That point is marked here 50 mm. I am put a point here. That point is marked with a notation. If it is in our question, that point is marked with a capital letter, whereas in the case of answer, that point is marked with a small letter with a dash. That is our front view, keeping the distance y from the HP or 50 mm below the HP or 50 mm below the XY line. Now we have to get a front view. Now what is the next? We have to try to attempt its plan. We need a reference plane to project its plan. That means keeping the distance x from the vertical plane, the towing or string gradually lift towards the HP. Then that time this value y gradually reduced, finally touch at the HP. That means the point comes above the XY line. If you rotating the HP in clockwise direction, that point comes above the XY line, keeping a distance. Which distance is marked here? That is x distance. That means this distance is 40 mm and the point is marked with a letter Q. That means this is plan. That means in the case of third angle projection, plan definitely comes above the XY line, or otherwise we can say that the plan comes above the front view, or in other words, front view comes below the XY line. And one more thing, plans projected on HP and should come above the XY line. Front view projected on VP and comes below the XY line. That means in the case of third angle projection, plan definitely comes above the XY line. XY line. And the front view comes below the XY line. Plan should marked with out dash, and the front view should marked with a alphabet with dash, and front view projected on its corresponding plane VP. Similarly, plan should projected on its corresponding plane HP. Once again, in the case of third angle projection or third quadrant method, position of the plan should come above the XY line, and the position of the front view comes below the XY line. Okay, isn't clear? We will see in the next class.